What's up, LEGO fam? I'm Justin, and you're watching Good Life Breaks. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'm really glad you're here. Today, as you can see, we're going to be talking about LEGO Star Wars set 75316, the Mandalorian Starfighter. This set released with 544 pieces and 3 minifigures, one of which is unique to this set, and it launched August 1st of 2021 and retired December 31st of 2022. The set was $60 at launch. Today it's valued around $70, $75 if it's new in box. We've seen this set throughout Star Wars history, starting with the Clone Wars. We saw it in Rebels, and we've seen it most recently in the Mandalorian live action show on Disney+. So this particular set appears to me to be from the Clone Wars theme because it comes with Gar Saxon. We've seen a couple versions of this ship. We saw Pre Vizsla's Mandalorian Starfighter in 2012, and then, like I said, this one in 2021. And the design and the way that LEGO has presented it to us has really come a long way, and this is a fantastic ship. Now, I have one mounted right here. You've probably seen it before, and I love it. To me, I always think of this as a Mandalorian set, but that's not the theme that it was presented with, but that's why I have it with these other Mandalorian vehicles. But because of the inclusion of the Gar Saxon minifigure, then we know that would either come from the Clone Wars or it would come from Rebels. But the outfit that he's wearing here, I think, kind of gives that away as a Clone Wars theme. So anyway, it's a great set. I think it's also a great value, and it's one of the more interesting and intriguing LEGO Star Wars ships in my collection. So if you like the video, don't forget to hit that like button for me. And please don't forget to subscribe. Those two things, as well as leaving me comments and those types of interactions, really help the channel a lot and help me as I continue to grow it. I'm having a ton of fun, and over the last 3 months since I started, you guys have been an incredible support for me, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate how involved and active you've been in the channel, and it makes it even more fun for me. So please keep that up. If you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. I respond to every single one, and I will as long as I'm able. So again, thanks for being here. Let's go ahead and dig in. So here's a little bit closer view of LEGO Star Wars set 75316, the Mandalorian Starfighter. This is, like I said earlier, a very unique and intriguing ship. And we'll get into some of the details there, and we'll take a closer look at the minifigures soon. The way Disney has portrayed the Mandalorians since they acquired Lucasfilm is compelling, and we see it a lot in the show Mandalorian. We've gotten more history than any other time except for the Clone Wars. It's given us a better look at their society, their culture, and really what they're all about, the various factions and that type of thing. And I think they continue to do that in the show Mandalorian and in a live action format, which has been a lot of fun. This ship looks very much like the one that Bo-Katan Kryze flies in the Mandalorian show, but also in the Clone Wars and in Rebels. So we will take a closer look, like I said. Let's start with the minifigures, and then we'll take a look at the fighter itself. The first minifigure we're going to look at is, of course, Bo-Katan Kryze. She made her appearances in the Clone Wars. She's made appearances in Star Wars Rebels, and she was a big focus in the last couple seasons of The Mandalorian. I'm hopeful that we're going to see her in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, but we don't know that yet. We'll have to see. One of the things that really stands out about Bo-Katan is her helmet, and it is very unique and really a good-looking, detailed helmet, and LEGO nailed it. I think it looks very good. It has that that owl, bird-like look to the helmet, and they did a good job on the minifigure itself. I mean, look at the arm printing, the headpiece that she wears, the print all the way down the torso and down to the legs, all the way down to the feet. No side leg printing, but again, more arm printing. you would see back printing if she wasn't wearing the jetpack. And then she's got the dual face print. That one is her maybe battle face, a little angrier, and her primary face is right here with a smile. They gave her a great hairpiece that I think matches what they did in live action very well. And then, of course, if you take that off and put on her helmet, I just think, I mean, there's no question, right? Bo-Katan. So I think they did a fantastic job with this minifigure. Next, we have Gar Saxon. And I think they did a good job, especially with the helmet here. They gave him good printing on his torso, his legs, no arm printing on either side. Back printing is hidden by his jetpack, and they only gave him one face print. But I think that helmet is fantastic. Now, Gar Saxon was a devotee to Darth Maul after Darth Maul took out Pre Vizsla and took over the Death Watch. And Gar Saxon was a member of the Death Watch and, like I said, very devoted to Darth Maul and led the Death Watch through the Clone Wars. He was a part of the Mandalorian Jetpack Trooper Commando unit for the Empire in Rebels, and that's where his story ended. But this is pre-Rebels. This is a minifigure that would be Clone Wars era. The minifigure is nice. It's well done and a lot of detail, and I think it was a good inclusion to the set. Had they not included him, we probably would have looked at this as a Mandalorian set versus a Clone Wars set. It's a good inclusion. So the final minifigure for the set is just known as Mandalorian Loyalist. It's the least detailed. So just has a black face, no printing on it. Does have printing on the torso, down the legs, and on the feet. No arm printing, no side leg printing, and any back printing. There is back printing, but it's covered by the jetpack. In any of the Star Wars properties that we've seen the Mandalorians in, you're going to see this figure. You're going to see some version of this this person, right? It's that nameless Mandalorian who follows their leader, and we see it in The Mandalorian. We see it in Rebels, and we see it in the Clone Wars. So this is one of those. It could be in any and all eras. Could be the same person throughout. You know, who knows? But this is a necessary inclusion simply because, you know, you want as many Mandalorians as you can get. There are a couple different Mandalorian battle packs, and you want to be able to build your Mandalorian army, and this is the perfect way to do it. So a nice minifigure. A little bit more generic helmet, but good coloring and good use of printing on the torso and the legs. So then as we move over to the Mandalorian Starfighter, this has kind of a vertical takeoff and landing, or VTOL type of build to it, right? So in landing position, the wings go up, giving you thrust from the bottom. It can rise up like that. And then as it's flying, the wings come down, and the ship is really sleek. And what's cool about this ship is that the fuselage, or the cockpit area, rotates all the way around, and that makes it very unique in the way it can be flown. The tail portion does the same. And the way that they kind of encapsulated this tail with this piece on the top and this piece on the bottom is really cool, because you wouldn't know that this piece was in there and could move if you didn't actually touch it and move it. It just doesn't look like that's the way the build would work. But look at all the detail and the design on the wings. All of that light blue here, the dark gray, the light gray, more light blue, and then the dark blue throughout. I just think it's stunning. It's so well designed, and its color profile is so nice. It just really stands out. The shape of the wings, also the severe angling here, the slight angling here, a little more severe here, and It's actually like this is an entire separate piece. And as you're building it, you'd think, wow, how can this be, how could they even make this sturdy? But it is. It's so many layers. Look at that. It's 5 layers, 4 layers uh, thick. So durability is really good. It's got some guns here in the front. You can see those there. Stud shooters right here. Spring-loaded missile launchers on the ends of the wings. I think what account for landing struts right here. And then this is an interesting piece. So the sole purpose of that piece is to keep the wing from over rotating. So it only goes down that far. And then as you look back over here, I love all these angled grill pieces and the look of the cockpit, the sticker that they use right there. I'm not a huge fan of cockpit stickers, but especially the ones that wrap all around, but these are just 3 different cockpit sticker pieces. And then as you look at the cockpit itself, you've got 2 seating spaces, and you've got some good coloration in there. And then you've got your control console right there. So I am a fan of this. As you look at it from the rear, straighten that out. See how sleek that is. I mean, it's like a knife, right? I mean, it just gets sharper as you go forward, and I just think that's a really cool look. They've given us yellow thrust back here. It's just a very sharp looking ship, and I really appreciate that. This is a cool design, and you could look back at some of the stuff about the 2012 Pre-Vizsla version of this. It's that sleek, sharp looking. I mean, you look at this thing and you think it's a weapon. It's really a weapon. I think they did a good job with it. It stands up against the source material very well. The use of the lighter gray in the interior makes it stand out and separates it. But you also have, as you look here, the light blue becomes like a barrier. So everything out here is darker. Most everything in here is lighter. And that gives it some separation. Now you've got some dark blue pieces in here as accents, but a lot of it is just a much lighter color. It's very nice looking. I'm not a huge sticker fan. I think nobody is like a huge sticker fan, but they gave us a few stickers, very few. 3 on the cockpit, 1 right here, which isn't appropriate. And if you look at the color, it matches pretty well. So I think it doesn't necessarily stand out because it matches well. And then we have no stickers on the bottom. So really, I guess 6 stickers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stickers. That's not bad. This piece is hard to keep straight. I just think it's a great design. It's an intriguing enough look, and it makes you want to display it. So here's mine on display, and we're zoomed in just a little bit, and you can see I have the wings angled down and the cockpit angled straight, so it gives you like that control. You feel like you can literally knife through tight spaces. You can move the ship around without having to move your orientation, which I think is, I mean, I'm not a pilot, but I would think that would be one of the tough things about flying. So this gives you some of the luxury of being able to maintain a specific orientation and move the wings around you. And it makes this ship fast, dangerous. They are amazing ships, and in universe, when you watch them in different battles, they really are amazing to look at. So I'm a big fan of this. So that's my review of LEGO Star Wars Set 75316, the Mandalorian Starfighter. I like this set, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great display piece. It's just a good-looking set with really nice minifigures. So I think I've said that a number of times. You guys probably get the point. I'd love to hear what you think about the set. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your thoughts are about the review, just the set, the minifigures, whatever it is. Just let me know what you think. So thanks for being here. I'm really glad that you took the time to watch this, and I hope it was meaningful, and I hope you got what you needed out of it. If you did, hit that like button for me. And don't forget to hit the subscribe circle and subscribe if you haven't already. That will help me as I continue to work to grow. So thank you again for being here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.